Okay, yes, we are here at Launceston Airport, and we are going to be boarding our Virgin flight to Sydney. Then we've got a day in Sydney tomorrow, so this is the beginning of our trip. So come with us as we board our Virgin Australia flight. Should be good. Okay, we're going down to the gates where we're going to board our plane. So we're going from gate 4 today on our Sydney flight, which takes about an hour and a half. And we're waiting for the lift. This is our second day and we're going into Sydney. Okay, so we're gonna get a bus to Mascot train station where we're going to get the train then into the city. This works out a lot cheaper than getting the train straight from the airport, which is like $17. This way it should only cost us $5 hopefully. So we're going to find the bus. So we're in Mascot and we're now going to get the train. Okay, let's see if we can find our way down to the platforms so we can get our train into the city of Sydney. Okay, so we have now arrived at Circular Quay with the Harbour Bridge in the background and a cruise ship in. We might get a boat later, but we're going to go to the rocks and find a sticky sweet shop and see what else we can find. Okay, so we're going into the rocks centre. Hopefully we'll find somewhere, a sweet shop, maybe somewhere to eat as well. Okay, so we went to the sweet shop and they're not making sweets for a bit, so we've come back and we're going into Munich Brauhaus where we're going to have some lunch. And we've made it back to the sticky sweet shop where we're going to buy some sweets. So we're making strawberry lollies today.
This is strawberry. See, a little strawberry mixture in the middle, and it's a strawberry flavour. Absolutely delicious. Iconic lolly, probably one of our real signature sweets. And everybody loves my lolly.
Okay, we're going to head back from the rocks and go back down to Circular Quay, and there's the Christmas tree. Yes, with Sydney Harbour Bridge behind me, we're about to get a Sydney ferries to Circular Quay. Is our next stop. So we're going to have a look at some Louis Vuitton. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll see if we can have a look inside. Not sure if I can film there. We'll have a look. Okay, so we've got some iconic, I guess, Louis Vuitton dresses and clothes here. Don't know whether this is the latest stuff or not, but anyway, interesting. Some very famous people, from Jessica Chastain, Julianne Moore, Audrey Hepburn, to Jackie O, Angelina Jolie and Beyonce have all had these carpet bags, and the ones in the corner here, last year's and the current collection. Okay, so we're now on the wharf after our little trip to the Louis Vuitton exhibition, and I think this boat coming in will be our boat. So we're going to Piermont, I think, and Barangel. You've got River Cat over there, and then the similar one on the other side, which I think goes to Parramatta. So Piermont is where we're going. We're getting on the boat. It goes to several different places on the way. Okay, there we go, Sydney Opera House. As we head off. Another boat comes past. Okay, we're now just going under the bridge. Oh, you can see very much, really. And that's where we just come from, the cruise ship. And there is the bridge. Well, that's Luna Park. Over there. So we've just left McMahon's Point, apparently. And we're now heading towards Darling Harbour. And there's the Sydney Harbour Bridge with the Opera House in the background. It's a bit of an iconic view, isn't it? Okay, that's a replica of the Endeavour, and we've just arrived at Piermont Bay, and next to us is the Maritime Museum. Okay, so we've got exhibition centre here. We've got a wheel so we can so we're almost at Madame Tussauds in Sydney, which we're going to go to next. It's about 29 degrees today, which is rather hot. They've got other ferries here that do tours of the bay, and you can get a fast ferry direct back to Circular Quay, I think. Anyway, we're going to see if Madame Tussauds is still open. And over there, as I said, we've got the National Maritime Museum. Okay, so it looks like Madame Tussauds is closed because we're a bit late in getting here, so that's okay. We're gonna do a couple of other things before we slowly make our way back to the hotel. We've got a very early start tomorrow. Well, 4:30, 5 o'clock get up because we have to check in at 6 for our international flight to Singapore. Well, we're going back across. Get a view of Darling Harbour. Okay, we're just waiting for a tram that is going to take us back to Central Station, where we'll either go back home or we'll go and have a quick look at the shops before we go back home. So here comes the tram. It's going to take us to Central. Okay, we're now getting on another tram to take us down George Street to where the shops are in the QV building. And so we're going to have a look in the Queen Victoria building, do a bit of shopping, pop to the chocolate shop, and then I'll need to charge my phone, I think, because my battery's running out. So let's go inside. Okay, looks like we bought some macaroons. So we've made a quick stop to Martin Place because we're going to try and find the Sydney Christmas tree and lights, although it's not very dark. And this is the Martin Place television studios where they film the breakfast show Sunrise, and I think they might film Channel 7 News here as well, although you can't really see much inside. Okay, so we've come out of Martin Place train station and we have found some Christmas lights and we're heading towards the Christmas tree in Sydney. As I said before, it's not dark because we have to get an early plane tomorrow, so we've just come now before we go. Just have a quick look at the lights. There you go. Oh, a fountain. Very nice. And that's it for the Christmas tree and a bit of a choir, which was good. We're going to head back to Martin Place train station and then to the airport because it's getting a bit late. But that was nice to see a bit of a choir. So I'm not sure what the choir was. It just said City of Sydney, so unless it was a special choir that was gotten together. There you go. And here comes our train, which will take us to Central, where we change for another train to the airport.
We're going to the hotel.